Hi, welcome back to Forwards Electric. Thanks for taking some time to watch another video. We've got a pair of Tern Oroxes all set up, PDI'd, ready to go to a customer tomorrow. We're going to deliver it to their house because these bikes are massive. So we're going to use our van to get them over to their place because they're quite hard to get onto a car. So I just wanted to go through them quickly to show you what the customer's gone for, should I say, spec-wise, accessory-wise, just to give you an idea of how a family can live with a pair of these to do their adventures. And it's perfect timing because we're early doors in the summer holidays of 24, so that's great. So it's mum and dad for the bike, so it's a medium bike and a large bike for the two different size customers. And we've got seating for 4 on the back, so 4 children. So whether the family have got 4 children, they've either got 3 or 4, so I'm not entirely sure, or we've got space for a friend as well. So that's how the back setup, but we'll get ahead of ourselves. I'll go through that in more detail later. So the customers have chosen the 27.5 inch wheel of the bike, and these come with the massive fat bike tyres. So these are the 4-inch wide tyres, and this is obviously the production model. So our previous video had the non-production tyres. But you can see that they're the Johnny Watts Schwalbe tyres. They're absolutely massive, but that should be pretty fun. We've set them up fairly hard. I think this is going to be too hard for them, but I will talk to the customer tomorrow. So the sidewall of the tyre says 5 psi to 30 psi. I've set them up with 20, which is obviously 2/3 of the way through the pressure, but I do think that's going to be a bit hard still. When I test rode the bike, I had them way down pressure wise, so I'll probably be saying to start at about 15, but I've set it up with that for now for them. And we've also got loads of tyre sealant in this, so we've put a bottle of tyre sealant in each tyre, so that's 300 ml. So normally we'd put 300 ml into 2 tyres, so 150 per tyre, but because these are so massive, we've gone for a whole bottle in each. And obviously weight isn't particularly a worry with a bit of kit like this, so that's how we've set those up. They have got Presta valves if anyone was interested, and you can take the core out, so that's not a problem. So let's just show you the handlebars, and then we'll work down same way as we normally do our videos. So generally on the Terns, we do a bit of tidying of the cables on the handlebars. So we've done that with both of these Oroxes. Not sure if it's going to be a thing going forwards, but these two that were delivered to the UK had the brakes the other way round. So we have swapped them to UK standard. So we've got the front brake on the right hand side and then the rear brake on the left hand side, which is how we have it set up in the UK. So that's all done, and then we've rerouted all the cables through the binding that they give us, or the cable wrap which we've got there. We've rerouted the cables here and zip tied them on the bars instead of having it wrapped around. So we think that looks a bit nice, and then changed some of the routing for this, and then tidied up the cabling and bits and pieces here. We've also measured the handlebars so that the grips and the brakes are all aligned. So we measure it off from the end of the bar here to the inner lever. And then we've done the same on this, which does produce this little gap, which is a bit annoying. It would be nice if we had a longer grip that side, but that's so that the brakes are in the same place, because if you have that pushed over there, then this is quite cramped. The brakes are pushed right over, but on the other side where you've got the grip shifter, it's further that way. So that's why we've done that. What we normally would have done is put the controller on the inside then, which is what we do on the GSDs and the HSDs, but because we've got the horn button here, we can't do that because this blocks off the horn button, sorry, the light button should I say, it's the light on this. So I can't put that there because it blocks that off. So it does mean the controls are a little bit further away, but that would be a sort of like, you'd be sort of specifically doing stuff there, so you can move your hand over to do the controls, but we've had to do that just to align that up nice. Got the computer down nice and low onto the stem, so that's all done, and then just tidied up the wiring and bits and pieces underneath the light there, so that's all okay. And then we've got the bell on there as well. So that covers sort of handlebars off, and then the customers have gone for the trail rack on the fronts. So both bikes have got the trail rack on, as you can see there. We haven't gone for panniers at the moment. We're just going to see how they're going to go with that. Of course, this you could put like a tent and stuff on there, which would be pretty smart. Not sure exactly what they'll carry, but I'm sure when they've used it a few times, we'll be able to work that out. We're just running the one battery on the bike. So at the moment, it's got that 1800 battery inside the cover. So you unzip the other side, and then that's where the battery is there as well. Pedals and everything standard. They're coming with nice pedals, just worth showing you that. So it's got the nice Wellgo metal pedals, and the bearings feel really nice on those, so that's pretty smart. Obviously this is the R14, so it's got the Gates carbon belt drive, and it's got the roll-off R14 hub on the back, and it's not to be confused with the GSD R14. This has the manual gear, so it's on the grip shifter there, so that's how you operate the gears. We've left the card here, as you should do, so that the customer can sign in for their care, which is good. So on the back, actually just quickly, I can see down there the stand, so let's cover that before I forget. So I did say on the other videos that I would put the extensions on all of my Orox builds for my customers. I'd certainly want them to use those. That just gives you a bit more stability with such a big rig when you leave it, and it's amazing here in the shop having it. So we've got the extensions on there, which are these little bits here, so that's done down there as well. Rubber cover left on the battery there. I will talk to them about having a second battery if they need bigger adventures. That would be quite good. So we've got the Clubhouse Generation 3 on the back. So that's the first part of our seat installation, and then what we've set up at the moment. So we've got more space for the extra passengers. We've put the baby seat towards the back, and then we've had to use the bent bar to get more space. So this is pushed right to the back of the Clubhouse with the bent bar, which then allows us the seat pad to go there. And it's nice to know that if you put it this way round, and the curves are quite good tucking into here rather than the square edge. So we've pushed that back to fill that gap nicely. So that's one seat pad, and then the customer does have the extra seat pad as well, and the backrest. So sorry, just the backrest we've provided with them for now. So they have got a backrest there if they wanted to swap the configuration round or bits and pieces. So they are sort of ready for the next stage after this. So we've got that, and then of course they could add another seat pad later and then have seat pad, backrest. So I have covered that in another video, so you can see all about that. We've got the large panniers. These are the extra large ones for the Orox. They're absolutely huge. We've set them in the bucket mode at the moment by folding them down inside. So that's the panniers. Just in here while we're looking, I'll just show you the accessories we're giving to the customer as well. So that's just the rubber strap that you'd get with your Tern as it is. So that's the bonus strap for the rear rack, but we can't use that because we've got the seat on there. And then we just got some brackets and bits and pieces for the lock, but we've just got the lock loose in the bag, which is probably the more practical way of putting it. And then the spare bar for the Clubhouse, because that's not in use at the moment. That'd be the one that would go there. So that's just down in there. That's everything to show you there. It does have an extra set of these guards. So we've got two of these, or two sets of these. And you might wonder why I've not put them on. I actually have put them on. This is just a spare set. So that guard there just fills this little gap in here to stop hands and stuff going into the wheel. And what I've done with this, because we don't know how much they're going to use the panniers and not the panniers, and I kind of wanted it future-proof. So they have got the guards as well. So these are the XL guards underneath the pannier, which you wouldn't really need both. But for this customer, it does mean that they could just take the panniers off and still be protected because they've got the guards underneath. And they already came with these plastic protectors, so that's why we've got two of those. So you wouldn't normally set it up like that, but it is set up like that, so they've got the option to take it on and off, take these panniers off if they wanted to. I am still hoping, Tern, if you do watch this video and listen, we really, really need the storm box for the back. It'll be just incredibly cool. So just a little bit longer storm box. And then underneath here, we've got the fold down footrests. So they're really, really smart. Super enjoy fitting those. They're just really nice, nicely built, really well thought out. They've got a little grub screw at the front to adjust in the free play so it doesn't clatter about. So that's really smart. And then you've got this really nice little lever at the back here, which you pop out. So you pop out to fold them up so you can get that all out the way. I can't do that because I've obviously got those accessories in there. So likewise, we've We did talk about it in another video. We did loads of videos about it actually, which is this little nog. So it's got the little pop-off nog blinder tail. Like, these are absolutely awesome. I get way too excited about these, but as soon as I found them, they're just amazing. I'm super happy they've got USB-C, which is obviously the future, so that's brilliant. They're magnetic, so they just sort of slip on and then lock in place. It's crazy bright. So you've got the 2 lights. The customer particularly wanted a secondary light, so we could have it on a different mode, flashing or whatever. So that's what we've got there. It does take away the rear reflector though, so you need to have that in mind. But don't panic, because obviously on this setup, we've got the reflector built into the back of the seat, which is really helpful. So that's there. As you can see, just leading on from that, we've got the Yeps. So these are the 2-layer Yep child seats. Fit really nicely, and these have got this new side clamp, so they just lock on from the side. There, you just rotate that and it clamps onto the seat, which is pretty cool. Is that it? Have I covered everything? I think I probably have. Seem to have got through it quite quickly, but as you may have seen already, we've got loads of videos about the bike anyway. But I just wanted to show you what a couple of customer ones would look like. And that's probably it. Just double checking myself, making sure I haven't forgotten anything. I think we're set. So there you go, 2 Tern Oroxes heading off to the customers tomorrow, and we're looking forward to getting some pictures from them on their adventures. Thanks for watching another video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.